Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. A Canadian tourist was killed and another injured on Monday after a gunman opened fire from atop one of the historic Teotihuacan pyramids, an hour north of Mexico City. The Sud subsequently died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The incident at the archaeological site also left other tourists, including Colombian and Russian nationals, among the injured. Authorities confirmed 4 people sustained gunshot wounds, while 2 others were injured from falls. Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister, Anita Anand, expressed her condolences, and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum vowed a full investigation. Eyewitnesses described the gunman firing upward while people sought cover. Security officials later recovered a gun, a knife, and ammunition. This report is from the Canadian Press. Montreal has closed the Île Mercier bridge to vehicular traffic as of Monday evening due to the risks associated with spring flooding. Global News has learned that the bridge, situated in the Île-Saint-Geneviève borough, will remain accessible to pedestrians, but its closure to vehicles is indefinite pending further assessment of the high water levels on the Rivière des Prairies. City officials are urging residents to steer clear of the affected area and adhere to all posted signage. Separately, Chemin de Lancelorme between Chemin de Senneville and Timberlea Trail has also been closed since Sunday evening. Montreal's emergency response teams are mobilized, and mitigation measures are in place to ensure public safety during this period of elevated water levels. CTV News reports that British Columbia's Health Minister Josie Osborne faced intense scrutiny from opposition Conservatives in the legislature on Monday. Opposition MLAs raised serious allegations concerning hospital care, including the tragic death of a young woman in a hallway at Kelowna General Hospital and another hallway patient suffering cardiac arrest. Mental health and addiction critic Claire Ratty highlighted a case of a young man allegedly neglected in Vernon Jubilee Hospital's psychiatric unit. Rural healthcare critic Brennan Day accused the province of manipulating statistics related to connecting residents with family doctors. While Minister Osborne did not provide specific numbers for hallway deaths, she affirmed the government's commitment to prioritizing and strengthening the healthcare system, citing increased budgets, recruitment of medical professionals, and development of new infrastructure like cancer treatment centers. She reiterated that the government would not cease its efforts to improve care. Global News reports that grieving families in Kelowna are devastated following a disturbing act of vandalism at the city's Rise Memorial Garden. 3 of the 5 young dogwood trees planted in honor of the men killed in the July 2021 crane collapse were snapped off, leaving only stumps. Danielle Pritchett, whose son Kalen Vilnius died in the incident, described the act as a stab in the heart, likening it to losing him all over again. Stephen Zook, who lost his son Jared, expressed his frustration and hurt at the disrespect shown to this sacred community space, particularly as the National Day of Mourning for Workplace Accidents approaches next week. Authorities, including the RCMP, are investigating the vandalism, which also saw previous damage to a plaque and benches at the site. The city of Kelowna is now considering enhanced security patrols and installing cameras to protect the memorial. Families are appealing to the public to help watch over the site, emphasizing its importance to the entire community. The Canadian Press reports that Alberta Premier Danielle Smith has signed a joint statement with South Korea to waive a 3% tariff on crude exports from the oil-rich province. This agreement is expected to significantly enhance market access for energy producers shipping bitumen from Canada. Last year, Alberta exported nearly $400 million in crude oil to South Korea. With the tariff eliminated, the Alberta government anticipates this figure could rise dramatically, potentially reaching between $400 million and $1 billion annually. Premier Smith has publicly stated her ambition to double oil and gas production in Alberta by 2035, emphasizing the critical need for increased pipeline capacity to achieve this goal. The province also noted that expanded pipeline access to the British Columbia coast previously led to a more than 500% year-over-year increase in crude shipments to South Korea. Overall, trade between Alberta and South Korea amounted to $1.8 billion last year. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.